their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And now they'll throw with Lance. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Lance. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured, or at least shaken up on that last play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara, with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, Lance. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
1st down, Murray. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners are going offense, 1st and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 2nd and 9, Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flushed out right. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And Lance again going to keep it. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try to run it in, going option right.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, it's Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there. Yeah,
those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Murray now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Lance going to throw.
Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
fielded just outside the goal line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Murray now on first down.
That's good for the Cardinals.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a throw here to his running back. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Murray from midfield. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Here's Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On second down, Connor looking for space.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
A final shot before half for Murray. Ertz over the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. We continue on to the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And despite the big lead, they really did next to aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. And they'll begin by running the option.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
3-yard loss brings up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Murray with a 3rd and long. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Shifts by him. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
1-yard gain.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Complete to Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Murray's got to have this one. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray hauled in by Anderson, left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. The Niners set to take over on offense.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
This defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
A Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. to this play call. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Try the right side with Mitchell.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 56 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson.
Complete to Bobby Anderson. Out of bounds, just short of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Murray steps away to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now Murray again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They're going for it. Hits Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start by running the option to the right. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try the option on 3rd down. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue